Andrew, bring your plate right here. Mm-hmm.
Thing like I didn't know people play GTA. I didn't know people play GTA. The actual story mode.
I don't
Nobody,
know.
nobody does that. Nobody. Yeah. hmm Anyway, the idea was for those. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's start off with this real fast.
Cam, go sit down. Don't come running around here anymore.
Yeah, so come riding around here no more.
I'm gonna teach him how to sit. Here, you.
Niggas go to school. Can't stay still.
They will feel like they have to read them. Okay, we'll get that juice over there.
You dudes are annoying, man. You know that?
Water.
Like, are they this annoying or am I tripping?
Get the water, Andrew. It's right there. Your bottle's right there. Oh, whatever.
Like, are they that annoying or am I tripping?
Sit down. You two come sit here. It must be evil.
Why does he talk so good?
Yes. That would be crazy. Doing the same class.
Can't be in the same class. We kick them dudes out. Don't know how to act. Like, for real, you got Goofy and Goofier. Man, look at this beamer, Kathy. Woo. This bitch. It's my whip now.
I'm similar to that. It was a BMW too, similar to that. It was purple, not purple. On the street a couple of days ago. Yeah. So full that I don't want to eat anymore. But I don't want to wake up at midnight. Talk about I'm hungry. So I'm gonna feed myself salad for a day.
Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays and Saturdays, you can catch me on here.
Almost doing okay.
That's why he was looking at me when I was eating because he wanted to eat. Want somebody to feed him? Not earlier. Like, bro, I'm not feeding you, dude. What's wrong with you? You like that, be doing that weird stuff, standing up there and watching people eat. Like, he still want to eat. Get away from me, dude.
See, put your plate in the sink.
I don't trust that dude. I don't trust nothing about him. He looks annoying.
Put it in the trash first.
You don't know what a trash is. Something wrong with him.
You do know now.
You be giving him too much food. You be packing the food in there and wasting food.
Open up the. He actually ate a lot. I didn't give him that much food. Lisa, can you open up the? Can you go to help Andrew throw his food in the trash? I'm about to give you your food too. Are you ready to eat? Y'all gonna miss me when y'all get older. Like, oh, mama used to feed us.
Overly feed us.
Appreciate that shit when they're hungry. Nobody cooking for their ass. Watch.
Nobody cares.
They gonna be like, we miss our mama. I'm gonna be traveling the world minding my own. Traveling the world minding my own business. I'm gonna be like, mama. You know, my mom has an older sister. My mom's the second born. You know, they don't be knowing where she at. She be gone for years, and then she'll come and pop up. She'll pop
What's
up.
up with those dudes?
Popping. She'll pop up out of nowhere. Dang, I'm back. I'm going to be wondering if she's still alive. Hey, stop. Down.
It was a long drive, goddamn. It was good. Come on. Well, when did that spitting stuff stop? Yeah, damn. It don't, shit.
These and people do the same thing to. So I'll be in the middle of the night and my mouth was still.
Ew.
And whole me was still.
Ew.
It's so annoying. That's how I know I'm not doing it by myself.
Like doing what?
Like obsessing with trying to get spit out of my mouth. Because even at nighttime, I'm not spitting. I'll wake up with my mouth full of spit and I'll literally be cleaning still.
So why is the spit? Like what's going on? What is it?
Some women with pregnancy hormones, they make excessive spit. I don't know, it's a protection of something, but it's not just spit, it's also mucus. I be congested all over my chest. So I'm full of mucus and spit. It has to do with some pregnancy hormone. I don't know. That causes excessive spit and mucus.
Like those are the type of things y'all go through, right? And these dudes be trying to talk about they feel like they're women.
Yeah. Yes.
Motherfuckers and real women be letting them slide by. Yeah, you know, it's the feel. If you feel that way, you know, anybody can have mucus.
You know what some women do to avoid it? They'll eat cornstarch and they'll be spitting out cornstarch. I've seen a couple of women do that shit. Where they'll carry a whole box of cornstarch.
It's disgusting.
And be chewing on cornstarch. Well, basically for them, the cornstarch is absorbing the
spit.
Yeah. And then they spit the cornstarch out.
No.
They have like a bottle spitting out the cornstarch.
Still spit. It's the fact that you got a bottle full of spit, yo. That's disgust. That's like, yo, yo, man, like that's on another level, yo. Yeah. You know, it reminds me of Ramadan. Like Ramadan. So okay, just imagine what you're doing, right? But having a cup, right, filled with sand for spit.
So why are they spitting?
They don't eat.
Oh, so they're spitting.
This is real fast. This is real. This ain't that fast. Y'all niggas be over here doing talking about y'all fasting. Y'all 30-day fasting. None of that. None of that. You know what I'm saying? It's that real fast.
The thing about them though is they once a day.
There you go, making excuses for them. We don't care if they eat once a day. You know that. They're saying that's that real fast. They're saying there's no some people. There's only one. There's one fast, man. No, niggas do the fast.
30 days.
Gotta be there's one fast, so there's always one fast. I got you, but you know how we talk about motherfuckers changing shit.
Too fast.
In our day, this whole changing shit started.
No, so the fast comes from for Christianity comes from Christ. When Christ went 40 days and 40 nights without eating or drinking. So that's the reason why they do it like that. Some people try to.
That's the fast.
That's
all I'm saying. That's the fast. Anything else is something created to fit you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm saying with them, Ramadan, they eat once a day at night.
I know that. Have you forgot I grew up in that area? You don't know a Muslim? Well,
Don't keep playing that religion.
okay.
Please. I've studied that religion and you ain't nothing close to that.
You don't have to be. Listen, when I say I'm Muslim, right? What I'm saying is, right? Okay, I'm not Muslim, right? But I am of Muslim. Okay?
Muslims are.
I don't think you understand. I am of Muslim. I just
Not. I'm saying you don't practice their religion.
I didn't say I practice. I said I'm of them.
Because I've read. I just don't know things about Christianity. I venture, still do, because I want to learn, and I've learned a lot of things about them. They're very holy type of people.
Yeah, the real ones, and there's only one.
It's harder than being a Christian.
Yes.
Like you can't be doing
Mm-hmm.
all this adultery stuff, whatever y'all call it. You look like you're a Muslim man. Then they came up with Islam, trying to take away from Muslim. Trying to make the rules legal and shit. And some of the people that fuck with rules, same rules that Muslims are Jewish people. Jewish people got strict rules too.
What's the area, man? So you're supposed to be searching an area for this punk ass dude. Let's do that. Well, Asian, you're right.
And then I also didn't know that the Muslim savior was Christ. Did you know that? You know that the Muslims, their savior is Christ? At the end of all of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they also believe of the Antichrist. I just want Muslim style. You could tell me that. He said, oh, you know, like Muslims know about Jesus. So he always say that. You know about Jesus. I didn't say what he meant. You know about Jesus. And I was like, y'all don't know about no Jesus. Both in my thing up. And they say he's just, they don't believe he's the son of God. He's a prophet.
Where are these people coming from, bro? Where the hell y'all coming from, man? Where the goddamn agent at, man? Dude. Fucking agent at, man.
You're all Muslims. Just
what happened? Oh. I know, right? How the hell we just having this kind of conversation? And then I just happen to be on X. Yo, X is wild, yo. Yo, I be on X. Yo, Elon just posted some shit about Black Lives Matter and something that Black Lives Matter says that black people can. I don't know. I don't want to paraphrase. I have to get the thing because then when you start paraphrasing and shit. Yo, where is this agent, man? This is too much, man. Hold on. This is too much and annoying. See, this is why I don't like doing this specific missions, yo. Get your bitch ass out of here, man. Where's this agent at, man? Cop, where you at? Man, where you at, man? Where's this agent at, man? They just popping up from places, dude. Where y'all popping up at, huh? Alright, this is too much, man. I can't, yo. Shish. The agent at, man. Search for the agents. Go, though. Agent gonna be in the trunk? Agent gonna be in the trunk? Or agent in there? Okay. 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 No. Coming out of nowhere? No. Okay, where's this agent? Where the fuck is the agent? Ah, see, okay. See, now this done happened already. See? This done happened, my shit done froze. This is the stuff I be talking about, yo. Like, this is stupid, yo.
We have two groups of hostiles, cartel soldiers, possible links to Marabunta Grande, and Duggan personnel. Both highly dangerous. They are hostile to each other and us. We need to evacuate this area and regroup stat.
Come on, agent, let's go. Finally found this dumb agent. Okay. And this is annoying. Yo, this shit is annoying, yo. I can't believe this shit. This is so fucking annoying. Not even funny how annoying this shit is. Get y'all bitch asses on, man. Get y'all bitch asses on, man. Come on, where you at? Come on, where you at? You at? Get your bitch ass on, man. Just to top off, man. Come on. Where you at? Come on, where you bitch ass at, man? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Come on, this way, this way.
This shit on me with people cranberries all over the place. Should find out the new album. Then just
Oh my god. This IAA agent is annoying, yo. What the hell is going on? Like, what is really going on? Like, why was that so hard for no reason? Like, why was that so hard? Damn. Ugh.
that dude, he put the money at the state fair.
Dude.
The dude that hides money all over Dallas.
Oh. Shit is not even worth it. Because guess what? I heard people, this nigga was telling me about how when he goes to the state fair, he spends about $600, $700, $800 just on food. And then the shit that they're talking about, the food that they're talking about, they spend on when they tell you the food is not even something that, you know, that turns you on to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend money on that.
$100. Let's see if somebody already found it. Wait for him to put somewhere where I know. I just saw it. It looks like that the person hasn't found it.
And they're gonna put some shit right around here, right? We'll be like, man. Yeah, you need to go put $1 million somewhere. Or exactly $50,000.
Well, the most I've seen, I haven't seen all his videos. Most I've seen is 500.
Oh, of course, it ain't no better. The whole you put that shit out there, they gonna be killing each other, yo. Like,
Yeah.
really.
He did it. He put one in Las Colinas. $500 was in Las Colinas. He put it at the this other one sign that says Las Colinas when you're coming in. This one, it looks like nobody has found it.
Thank God. Did Bernard send you?
I guess maybe because the fair park hasn't opened yet. The open is weak. So once it opens, you can go look for it.
Sit rep. We have two groups of hostiles. Cartel soldiers, possible links to Marabunta Grande, and Duggan personnel. Both highly dangerous. They are hostile to each other and us. We need to evacuate this area and regroup stat.
Get her out of there. And remember, local law enforcement is not in the loop for this operation. You're on your own. Just don't get caught.
Ooh,
Damn. I thought I was dead back there for sure.
it's a cool ass car, man.
Find me. Recent GPS locks in my car?
Yeesh.
That was good work. They told me I was heading to a deal. Figure it's business as usual. No clue they'd make me. I just had time to map it out in the next
Maybe
thing I knew,
200, 500,
I think they were planning to sell it
500,
to the cartel. I don't know.
100, 500.
The deal went south. People started dropping left and right. You got there just in time. Shit.
100, 250,
New? I don't recognize
500, 250.
you. Just give me a second to get my shit together,
When you
okay?
really keep watching him though,
Mm-hmm.
and keep track of him, all these little 500s, if you keep getting them,
Shit add up.
Let me tell you.
250, 100, 160,
As predicted.
Yeah.
I've got bureau written all over.
100,
So close to putting it all
500, 500,
Anyway, here's what I can tell you.
500,
Things are putting together some
500.
software. That's how they're fixing the price of gas.
500 earlier.
Everywhere, including the goddamn Ballsack data center. It's manipulating trade prices, supply, demand.
You know what's crazy? Let me go do some shit like that, right?
Mechanisms, you name it.
I will get no views.
Panic buying using bots on social media.
Yo, it's some yo, bro, I'm telling you, yo, like right now, let me take $200 and go hide that shit, right, and let's see. It'll be like, man, nobody went there, man. What the hell, man? Don't nobody want this money? Yo, okay. And I ain't talking down. I'm being just for real, yo. Like seriously, like this shit bothers me, yo. Fucked up, man. Like, serious, that's BS. Like, damn. It's all be feeling like this shit has got to be a curse or some shit, yo. Like, for real. That'll be a curse where you're following the script and you just can't be successful.
And Cam, sit down.
You know what I'm saying? If you following all the script, you're doing everything. They said this, they say, all right. It's like, damn, what is my script? To not be successful?
Thanks.
You know?
Again, hopefully my intel fills in some of the blanks. I'm sure.
Like, at some point, you got to see it at that. Or it's like, okay, you just need you just need one big thing. Now, knowing what I know now, if we could do that business one time, right? That tax shit, right? Yo,
Thanks.
first of all, niggas ain't even getting paid until June. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all the money gotta come in. Meaning that the only people getting paid is what do you call them? The people with the actual checks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get paid, you just getting paid a simple fee. Not no 20%, 30, none of that shit. Where at least we own over half. Just one more time, baby. Like, yo, Captain, if I had 50,000 right now, all BS aside, I would take all 50,000. 25. First things first, we'll open a whole new business. Start from scratch. EIN, business name, the whole thing. It's just $500. Soon as that come in, straight to the bank. Take that whole rest of that money, put it in the bank, transfer it in the bank. In a business bank. And then go and buy a box truck in the business name. Mm. You set all that insurance, monthly insurance, all of that, and get a contract ASAP. Off, see which one works better. Either the contract where you get a base 5,800 a week, or load board.
Debrief. Agent Johnson's report indicates that the Duggins are
Mhm.
leveraging some kind of hyper-advanced neural network to inflate gas prices.
Or stuff where you're getting paid. So let's say you find a company, right, that
Supply here, creating deficits there, delaying stocks, stoking panic
you can literally go on the road,
That's
right?
it's been so hard to track.
And the company does
Reason to believe that due to our
70-30. You keep 70%
secure
and they keep 30. And they send you over the road.
report for duty.
Do you know that literally, yo, let's say at the end of the day, each day, right? You only make $800 over the road. That's after all expenses each day. If you do that literally for 30 days, right? Over the road, that's $30,000.
Mm.
And then you can come back and chill that whole month. Literally just chill a whole month, just relax. And then go back on there, do another 30. That's 60. That's 3 months. Chill again. So in 6 months, that's 120.
Mm.
That's chilling a whole month and going on the road a whole month.
Mm.
At a rate of, meaning that after all expenses are paid, it's $800 your company's making a day.
So when you're on the road, are you sleeping in the truck?
Yes.
And what are you eating?
Eating how you call it, food that the woman would prepare for you. the sandwich food.
You can't get a hotel.
Yes.
I'll be sleeping in the box truck.
Yes.
God carry.
But the thing about it is, right? You have to have this plan, this goal.
Because my parents were losing money because my dad was on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, eating food on the road and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was just eating. He wasn't sleeping. He was sleeping in his truck. Like he was eating, right? Those 2 weeks. And they were spending a lot of money. So they went and bought him a refrigerator and he started packing food.
That's what I want to do. I want a refrigerator and pack food.
Like that's the only way to save money.
Yeah.
And make money.
Yeah. But you're only on the road for 30 days. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You're doing everything right. And each took the whole 24 hours. After all is said and done, right? Meaning gas, all of that stuff, insurance, whatever, for that day, we have to profit 800. If we profit more, good. So let's say for that day we do 1,500, right? That's good. 700 go to expenses for the day. Because I'm part of that expense. You know what I'm saying? So when I come back, I'm already paid. Get it. I see this shit, yo. Or I can even take the easier way of just getting the contracts and do 5,000 a week and be home every day.
Oh no, I almost read on
Or 6,000 a week and be home every day.
read on the local drivers, box trucks and truckers.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they're saying that the local drivers these days are making more money than the owner.
Mm-hmm.
That's these days. They say back in the day was different. But these days, local drivers are. And then they always say, now if they do CDL, remember how I told you Goldie did that to be driving those tankers or whatever? They always say that's where the money is. And you're home every day, and that's where the money is. So that's it seems like everybody's trying to get in-state jobs or whatever.
Switch the area for the vans. Where the van at? You know, I don't like this. I don't like this agent mission, man. This is bullshit.
Mm. This dude is stupid. This up and coming dude named David. They found a body. It's Tesla at the not the trunk but the front part. The car was abandoned and it was impounded, and then there was a smell coming from there. You find out. By the way, he's 20 years old. Come to find out, it was a 13-year-old girl that was reported missing in 2024 of April.
Hold on.
He was messing around with this 13-year-old girl at the big age that he shot. And because the mom said she did say she had a boyfriend and his name was David, but she never met him. And I said, see, it's stupid.
These little stupid ass girls.
And yeah, and he too. It's a 13-year-old girl. What's wrong with him?
It's dumbass little girls.
And then
They don't listen.
so I'm like, wait, so it took a year for the Tesla. So I don't get, how did the Tesla become abandoned? Is my question. You know what I'm saying?
Investigators will find that out, though. That's what investigators are for.
Because after too much evidence against him. Because it was when he was streaming, there was a live where the part where he had taken he was on live, and there was the girl was in the background. You can see her face, but she's kind of covered like up to her nose, but you can still see, right? And then somebody had asked, "Oh, who's that behind you?" And then you can say, "Are you the feds or something?" That's what he said in the video. And then there's another video where she had her hoodie on and was doing a live stream, and he was live streaming with her, and like she was, conversating him back and forth while on live stream. And people on the live stream say, "Oh, we didn't know she was 13." Come on.
She was 13. What the fuck you do?
He said, when that person was asking about who's that girl behind you, he said, "Are you the feds?" He knew she was 13. That's why he kept hiding her.
Well, no, he knew. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about. Listen, man.
And then matching tattoo, a tattoo that says "shh" on his hand, right? He still has the tattoo. And then the girl, how they identified her, how her mom identified her is because of that tattoo on her hand. Same tattoo he had right on his sleeve. He also had.
Say, yo. Just imagine you go through all this labor shit. So I don't have no fucking daughter, yo. Because these little stupid motherfuckers, ain't nothing you can do to them, yo. Ain't nothing. They become a certain age and they think and all that, oh, you need a father, man, none of that matters, dude. Like, I promise you. Yeah, like some people are just there for that, yo. It's sad. Even. Evil as hell, yo. Just imagine that woman went through all of that pain. Just imagine every sacrifice that mom has made just for that little girl to make those type of decisions. Nothing caused that child to make that decision, yo. Motherfuckers want to say, well, let's look at what's going on at home. I can assure you there was nothing going on at home so severely for that child to do that. There was nothing. Like literally. Some people just effed up. Like some kids just crash out, yo. You know, for me, I think is wise as a parent to to disengage. To disengage how you call it, their feelings at an early stage. Like if you know that something's going, if you know that child's is number pain coming, hmm. You know, never mind. I know what I'm saying is fucked up, but no, it's just yeah, can't like.
Sex offender. Get beat up is sex offender.
Well, the thing about that jail, right? They all the same in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He gonna get he's going to sex offender jail because if he goes to real jail, he will get beat up.
Yeah, you know. But the thing about sex offender jail, right? He gonna get beat up by niggas who are in there for not doing that to children. Let's say a person, a child pastor, would just happen to pass away, and the person was there. Those niggas gonna be whooping these niggas' ass. Nigga, you did what? Man, I got a daughter. I ain't seen my daughter in years.
Why? If it took a whole year for Miller not to find her, right? He had the body a whole year in a Tesla.
Things first, right? For one,
And
we
then
have to discuss.
about murder, and then
So what's the girl? So hold on, was the girl? Was the girl reported?
It was last year in April.
So she was reported missing.
Yes.
And
They were searching for her. Never found her. Happened to find a body in an abandoned Tesla.
Just his Tesla.
His Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
It was impounded. And the impound was like something smells in the Tesla. So they called the cops. And then the cops came over the Tesla and noticed it was a body. They didn't know it was the girl. You know? Nobody knew, other than the videos they found on him online, where the girl was in his videos. Nobody knew their connection. And then they also found some text messages where the girl was texting back and forth about losing her virginity to somebody named David. Then when they found out the body did whatever they do, then they found out that it was the that went missing. That her mom reported her missing in April.
Yeah, man, I don't know, yo. I don't know, man. Yeah, I just, yeah, man. Like people who don't listen to their parents, yo. So, okay, peep game, right? Here's where I come at. What child is gonna listen to what you're saying? What next 13-year-old child is gonna listen to what you're saying? What next 13-year-old child is gonna listen to what you're saying? Uh-uh. See that right there? That's where you need to go play for Aliyah. You know? Yeah, cause oh, this guy's right here, man. This guy's just pissing me off, man. Come on, man. You guys are pissing me the hell off. Come on, man. Yeesh. God, this is annoying, yo. Oh, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, dude. Annoying. Don't give him no water. Y'all stop feeding into that, man. The hell? This is annoying. Damn. So y'all don't want to be entertaining this shit with these children. What? Sit down. No. Finish that. I want to jump in around, dude. I want to jump in around.
Watching over here.
Get the water back and sit down. You sit down. Sit your ass down. Don't move no more. Sit down.
Like what? I
Signal improving. Keep it up.
This was so long for no reason, man.
We got a man down. I'm a fucking Marine. Man down. Over. I'm behind something. Stop shooting. Dick. You done messed up. Cocksucker. Dick. Reloading. Ooh, I'm not at all. Get out. You fucked with the wrong soldier. That's it. Signal's coming through loud and clear. Check your GPS. You should have the vehicle's precise location now.
What's on that day?
oh
Nice. Couldn't be a teacher.
Is it a teacher?
Nope.
Oh.
Yep, couldn't be a teacher. Nope. Hell no. Fuck no. Nope. What the hell are you eating?
Salad.
David, you have what type of weird smells in this house?
Ooh, spinach.
Is it like, I know it's not, what kind of dressing?
Is it ginger?
That's why I hit my nose. That's why I said, where's it at? I can assure you that shit tastes good as hell. It's just the smell.
Ginger. Inglewood men should be murdering 2 men.
Who?
Inglewood men. Charged with murdering 2 men he met for a dating out.
I don't know.
Why not include murder?
Is that remember?
Did I put something in their brain?
This is the secret to counter-punching. Harris throws a jab.
Drug him. The story. Let's see how he did it.
Wanna learn?
Not in trouble.
Right.
Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah, you don't look that strong either. So I tell you wanna learn?
2 pounds of vertical bits of him. He met 2 on unmotivated hat. 1 in 2021, 1 in 2023. So he killed 1 in 2021 and the other in 2023. The third alleged victim also made the suspect do the same thing after February. After being bound and beaten with a baseball bat, the man managed to escape. Yeah. Investigators arrested Carl last week. They're being duped into believing they were meeting for one reason. What is that reason? Brown. Suspect has now been stopped in his tracks because of the diligent and tenacious work done. First victim met Prowl in July 2021. 2 men talking and men dating out. He calls the police of fatally shooting that man. Okay. Stealing his car. Just found more than 1 minute later. Forensic evidence recovered from the vehicle and Prowl to the slave. Victims' remains were found August 14, 2021.
Somebody from the family gotta hear that shit.
3. Unfortunately, just claimed the second victim identified as 53-year-old Robert Harris.
53, old ass freak. Old ass nigga now coming out the closet. Freaky ass nigga, man. Oh, these dudes are so annoying. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, what the fuck, yo? This is so annoying, yo. This.
They say the 50-year-old man's body hasn't been found. How they found out, though, is that man's car was in his garage. So my brother found blood.
Okay, come on, man. Let's go. Yeah, come on. It's all popping. this world's not that good if you thought. Kathy.
What's up?
It's the evil world, man.
I'm getting reports of hostiles en route to your location.
Wow. I didn't even know this that.
Oh my gosh, dude, these dudes. Okay. This is annoying. This is. All right, come on, come on. So annoying. It's not even funny how annoying you dudes are, dude. Get your ass out of here, man. Get your whole ass out of here.
Wow. Dude, you got good. You got him. Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, first of all, who asked them niggas to live in Mississippi? If you live in Mississippi, that's what happens. You get hung. Like that shit could have happened to any nigga at any day. Like white people at any time can just decide, you know what, we want to hang a nigga today, and it could be me walking down the street.
So apparently, they're saying that was a second man identified as 35-year-old Corey Hades. This one is a white guy who was also discovered on Monday.
Did he hang?
Lifeless in a tree, Vicksburg, about 100 miles south of Cleveland, Mississippi.
Probably some niggas got his ass and hung his ass. Or just some. Or they're just probably hanging people. Just like in Houston right now, there's a serial killer in Houston. But a serial killer is anybody who kills over 2 people. So it's really not a serial killer. You know? Like right now, if I kill 2 people, I would be considered a serial killer. When niggas like Dexter would get mad. So just imagine how many people have bodies, Kathy. No, yeah, and they're living normal lives. Like when you go outside, you never ever take into account how many killers you're around. Why? I don't know why. And that's very important. I don't know what y'all excuses are.
New friends.
Yeah, but guess what? You know, a lot of the victims, right, are people who don't talk to people.
Interact with new people.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. Some people look for people who are quiet.
Right. So they can interact with them. Well, I noticed there's a trend. I look at shoes. Where'd you get them from?
I need to get back on this book, this audio book, man. It's just this damn pocket radio, man. They be on some bullshit. And the pocket radio be trying to charge you, be trying to get you to go days. Hopefully my phone is good enough now. Hold on, let me. Ooh, I dropped this crap off.
Good work out
About time.
I'll be in touch once our guys have run their analysis.
Let me download Pocket Radio. It's one of my audio book. It's oh, uh, uh.
time I see Tyler Perry now, I just make him like a sex pervert. Watching a movie of Medea or whatever, and I saw him. I said, "Oh, he seems so just like a pervert."
It's always been that. Just imagine these niggas always been that, and it just took you the truth.
This guy ain't lying. This white guy is telling a story about him.
So Kathy, why do people got time to come lie about shit like that?
Especially a man.
Like, bro, who got time to be lying? And like, nigga, that shit lives with you, man. Like, you become a storyline of example. Who got time making their life an example? And then he got a new movie called Wedding, Medea.
That's the one I had put on, and I saw him.
I said, this nigga.
I saw him. I said,
Oh,
like,
why is this nigga still making movies? Like, at what point, just give up, dude. Just don't nobody want to watch your movies, man.
But that movie I watched with the comedian in the UK, how he got trapped by lies into the fame world. He kept visiting that rich man, and the rich man would like prowl on him and give him drugs and stuff. It actually let me know how the shit happens, because it happened to him, the comedian.
He was a gay guy?
Now he is, because he said he struggled. He wasn't before. But the dude literally, like, the way he set him up, acted like if he's his friend, started giving him alcohol and drugs, you know, and then promising him all these roles and say, "Oh, I'm get you in here. We're gonna do these roles and da da da. Just come to my house and just drink with me and do drugs with me." That's what he would do. And then when he's all, and then he would introduce to him all these new drugs that he's never done before, and tell him, if you do this drug, I promise you're gonna get the role. And then he's looking like, okay, well, I really want this. I really want to be rich and famous, right? And he'll be doing the drugs to the point where he'll be knocked out.
And he'll be fingering his booty.
Yes. You know, and then the next day he'll come back because he wanted the role so bad, you know? And then until he got raped.
Was he raped? He got raped?
Yes, he finally got raped by the dude, and after he got raped, he didn't know how to feel, and then he was still going back to the guy, you know, because he wanted to understand why the guy did it.
He wanted to okay.
And then, hold on, another thing is, he thought that, so he was like, okay, well, since you did all of that, then, you know, are you still going to give me the role? And he didn't, he gave the role to somebody else.
He got mad?
And then the dude got mad and he left and he was gone. But then he seemed like for some reason he became attached to the dude where he would go and sit like by his apartment would be right here. And he knew he wasn't supposed to go because his girlfriend, first of all, had told him, you be careful being around that guy, right? And he ain't listen. He would go in the middle of the night to just go sit by the apartment building and not even go inside.
Or the guy.
Yeah, because he was victimized so bad that he didn't know how to stay away. Like, he knew he had to stay away. He knew it.
He was victimized?
Yes. Sure, he was victimized. Like, after all that stuff,
I'm listening, but I don't see... I got you, but I just don't feel like he was victimized, but I got you.
he was victimized so bad that he would go sit outside the dude's door knowing that he was not supposed to be there, right? Because he knew to do what the dude did to him. But he just had this, like, I don't know, after he did that, after he violated him, he took something from him. But that's why I understand these stories about even these women that are still in these whatever situations. Like, it makes so much sense after I watched that movie. I was like, yo, and it's a true story. So he's a guy from the UK's and he didn't want to reveal who the person was.
Oh, protecting niggas.
So most men don't reveal it.
I'm snitching.
Yeah, most men do. He said the person knows themselves when they watch they move.
Man, shut up. What's that supposed to mean?
But he never revealed him. He just
That
wanted to
nigga
come
know shit, nigga.
Well, not just that, but he also wanted to make it aware of what happens. You know, like, you know, people have this like mindset of thinking that, you know, they can get their money and be this and that. But guess what? Consequences. But it does. As you can see, these rappers are coming out and they're saying they have to do, you know, certain things to get the money and the fame. They gotta give up their booty.
Freaky ass
So,
nigga.
that's famous. Also, I look at them side. Be like, what? Even the men, I be like, oh no. I'm not surprised when people are coming out to say what they're saying. Mm-hmm. Not surprised at all. Like Diddy, he got more victims. They're scared to come out because people are gonna take Diddy's stuff. And he got male victims too.
Take your time. This one'll mess things up.
I got the military rifle. Oh, I got a heavy rifle too. No, that's 400. Oh, that's a weak.
The man that calls other men daddy. Come on. Say what? You call another man dad?
So my two powerful is the marksman rifle and the military rifle. Marksman rifle, military rifle. And this is the heavy. It's heavy marksman, the military.
You can't go wrong with any of this stuff.
Okay. I got a SMG. I got a combat. I got a lot of guns though. I got this. Super shotgun.
No.
This is a service carbine. It's like this.
Smart. Live and love. All right then. Thanks. Come back soon. Just one more line of defense. There you go.
Okay, so hold on. What was I supposed to be? I was supposed to be doing something. Forgot. Okay. Hold on. I'm wasting time over here. Because I ain't even made no, but I need 3 mil. So how can I make 3 mil real fast? Okay, so real fast, let's see. We're gonna see if we're gonna do, let's see if we could do some shit real quick. Oh, what is this? Darnell? Oh, darn. Mmm. Okay.
Stormers reported missing by the San Andreas Gallery of Modern Art 4 years ago. We're gonna recover it. Big hit, no kickback. What's the owner gonna do? Call the cops?
I don't want no fucking notification, man. Come on, Pocket FM. Don't do me like this, though. Don't tell me you loading, bro. Come on, bro. You still out here loading and shit, my nigga? Like, you still out here loading?
You downloaded Conflict too.
4 years ago.
Yes.
Thought we lost it for good.
I've already withdrawn.
About a
It's
black
true.
market auction.
Where did you download it?
Interest is the
I found a random link to download it. You may downloaded it incorrectly. Click the link below and download. Everyone download. It will get $100. Oh, you don't believe. Wow. $200 is real. What's more? Please play today. We'll get money. Play more. Get more. Can I withdraw all the time? Of course. No limit. That's great. If you need money.
Got this game already, man. Come on.
Got the coordinates? You know how many times Trotman boasted about his security system on Bleeder in the last year? 241. I did the math. Because of his posts, we know we need to disable the system before you get in there. Luckily, we have a lead.
Pavel's reporting for
Hello, Candy.
very great to be here. I know where we can find EMP charges with enough spark to blow the whole building's power. Check your coordinates. Okay, there is a consignment of EMP charges packed up and ready for shipping. Only one problem. They'll have bad guys with guns.
Did you know your confirmed casualties count was so high it broke the formatting on the FIB files? Given those numbers, I think you know what to do.
Working with this online.
Finish this, almost one.
Well, it's the most powerful gun. That's the military assault rifle. Military. Okay, military is the.
You aren't supposed to be down here? Oh, what the fuck is it with you? Really irritating. I gotta reload. You fucking piece of shit. What the hell do you want? Oh no, my big freak's hit. What are you fucking doing? Hey, I need to reload, so watch out. You motherfucker. Listen up, Dick. Is there a problem? Hey, ass face! Yo, we got a problem here? Duh, you fucking asshole! What's your fucking problem?
Let's see what we got over there. Okay, and we'll go to this one.
You fucking piece of shit!
I was hoping to see what the Duchess is like, but you ruined the moments. When you aren't around me and you say stupid things, it makes me look bad. I believe in birds of a feather, and I will not let your antics be tied to me.
Voice you hearing? Shit, I thought you was right there.
You're dead! Shithead!
3:30. Let's go.
Thank you for the donations. We shall make good use of them. Please come again whenever you feel troubled or just in need of prayer, Peter said as he waved goodbye to the visitors. Thank goodness the snow is not so bad today. I feared we wouldn't have many visitors today. No. His mood quickly changed when he spotted a carriage with the flag showing a falcon coming his way. Peter was ready to run, but then he remembered what happened last time with Edgar tripping him up. Instead, he remained where he stood and prepared himself to be toyed with by the devil. To his pleasant surprise, it wasn't Edgar who stepped out of the carriage. After two large men stepped out, it was revealed to be Alessandra who came to visit the church. Oh, thank heavens! He sighed in relief, touching where he felt the tightness in his chest. One of these days, just seeing Edgar's carriage would make his heart fail. Why has she come to the church? Duchess! He cheerfully greeted her. And big men. He gulped when they stared at him. It is nice to see you again, Peter, Alessandra said as she walked up the church steps. Did you think I was Edgar? You seem afraid. It is a normal reaction wherever he comes. He is not somewhere waiting to surprise me, is he? Peter asked, looking around the trees and bushes to try to spot Edgar. The Duke doesn't have time.
What the hell, man? Who did that?
Said Sally to the priest, who was full of sweat despite the cold air from the snow. No. Alessandra shook her head. Edgar would if it meant scaring Peter. Finally, someone realizes what that man is truly like. Have you finally come to divorce him? The church can make it happen quicker. Hey! Peter yelled, jumping back when the two men pointed a sword and dagger at him. If you wish to keep your hands, do not put the idea of divorce in her head, Reed warned the priest. He was starting to remember just exactly who this man was. They allow anyone to become a priest these days. Have you stopped scamming, or is this your new plot? Waiting to steal the donations the church receives? First, there is to be no fighting or pulling out weapons when you are visiting the church. Second, I am a changed man, so please put away those things before I get hurt. I won't mention divorce again. The Duchess will have to come to me when she finally wakes up, Peter muttered. I'm not going to divorce Edgar. Not now, not ever. Reed and Caleb, please refrain from pulling out your weapons here unless there is danger. We should respect the church. Without Peter, Edgar and I would have had to wait another day to be wed. I don't want the man who married me and Edgar to be hurt. Besides, I find his words to be funny, said Alessandra, trying her hardest not to laugh at Peter's fear of Edgar in his face. It might be considered to be awful, but she loved the nervous wreck Peter was when it came to Edgar. Reed and Caleb listened to Alessandra and put away their weapons, for now. However, if divorce were to be brought up again, they could not guarantee the priest would live. No one was going to separate the happily married couple on their watch. You sure love surrounding yourself with dangerous men, don't you? Peter asked as he fixed his clothes. First Edgar, and now these two giants. He needed to pull her aside to check what was going on in her head to be making these decisions. Why have you come to the church? Is it donation, prayer, or... Peter winked at her. I am not divorced. Peter lunged to cover Alessandra's mouth, to stop her from saying the forbidden word. He almost knocked the mask off her face because of it. Unfortunately, it turned out that touching her had worse consequences than mentioning divorce. I knew I was going to die today, Peter cried as the two men grabbed him. He was peeled away from Alessandra like what someone would do with the skin of a fruit. I am fine, Alessandra reassured Caleb and Reed before they could harm Peter. She straightened out her mask before anyone might see what was meant to be hidden. Everyone can stay outside while I go in to pray. I won't be long. If there is trouble, you can come to me. Come along, Peter. What? She said. Peter pointed at Alessandra and then followed behind her inside the church. I must add that I am to avoid you when you come to the church, he said when they were out of sight of her guards. That is not nice. I will send Edgar to change your mind if you don't wish to see me, Alessandra said teasingly. She looked around at every inch of the church. Alessandra remembered it all clearly from the night her life changed for the better. You, Peter exclaimed. He could not believe she would be so evil to send her husband to him. You've changed since the last time you were here. You were more innocent. Now you seem to be playful like your husband. Really? I don't feel like I have changed that much. No, I did have to change a bit to survive in Edgar's world. I am still getting used to his world and slowly adapting to it. It is not easy with the remarks I must always hear, especially when it comes to a child. Alessandra softly spoke as she walked with Peter. It is not an easy place you found yourself in. Church gets wind of all kinds of things, and I have heard your name come up a few times. Do not let their words destroy you, Duchess. I learned your father died the night you came to be married. I have no idea what life you had before that night, but I pray you enjoy the one you have now. Do not let anyone break you, Peter advised her. Thank you for the motivation, Peter. And just a moment ago, you were trying to have me divorce Edgar. I have come to pray for someone to heal from an accident and pray for everyone around me to be safe. Alessandra gave her reasoning for her visit as she was sure he was curious. Is that all right? Of course it is okay. Besides your husband, we don't send away anyone who comes to pray. Technically, he never comes to pray, only to make my life hell. You can go up to the altar and kneel to pray. Peter pointed to the altar at the front of the church. It was empty since the last visitor left before she arrived. I shall not interrupt you, or will any of the other priests. Maybe this will spark your husband to pray, but make sure he goes to another church.
Ah, shit! I gotta reload! No!
Less than an hour later, Alessandra returned home after her stop at the church. Peter's words about letting change happen weighed her mind from the moment she entered the gate. Alessandra spoke to Peter about the new people in her life and how she wished to be more open with them about her fears and insecurities. Peter was quite helpful in motivating her to let the people she cared for see her for who she truly was. Alessandra requested to be left alone while she went to her room to decide to take another big step in continuing to change. At least it would be a big step for the people who were currently here. Alessandra entered her room, going straight to sit at her table with the large mirror. She stared at herself in the mirror, something she rarely had done in the past when she lived with her father. She'd gained enough courage, thanks to Edgar, to look at herself and not hate the mask she wore. Alessandra slowly took off the black mask she wore today and leaned forward to inspect the scars on her face. Compared to when she showed Edgar her face on their trip, they were starting to become less apparent since she started to use the cream from the palace. If only she'd had the means to take better care of her face in the past, they might be completely gone by now. They are hardly visible up close, she whispered. If someone only looked at her from a distance, they would see nothing wrong. There were only a few thin visible lines from where she had been scratched, but it was better now than it was in the past. I can stop hiding behind this mask.
Sure can, bro. Sure can, bro.
Touching the mask on the desk. The mask she wore daily burdened her with her past insecurities and troubles, not allowing her to be fully confident in herself. It wasn't as hard as she thought it would be to open up to Edgar about her past, so she knew it would also be easy with the others here. Alessandra took a deep breath before starting to braid her hair back, so it would not be in the way to cover her face. The next party we attend, I shall not wear this mask. She made a goal for herself. Alessandra smiled at her reflection, and for the first time in years, she liked the person who was staring back at her without the mask. Peter might be a weird priest, but their conversation after she prayed for Alfred helped her as they talked about letting go of the past and starting fresh. I will go to Alfred first, she decided as the second person she wanted to show herself without the mask. After Alfred, it would be Sally, and perhaps Caleb. Feeling a ball of fur by her feet, Alessandra peeked under the table, only to find the black kitten playing there. Hello. Do you mind coming with me to visit Alfred? You can help calm my nerves. You didn't bite me, Alessandra said when she wasn't bitten on the finger the moment she tried to pick up the kitten. Are you being nice to me because I am not wearing a mask? Did it scare you? Alessandra stood up with the kitten in her arms to go back downstairs. She was calm when she sat before the mirror, but as she left her bedroom, each step added weight to her shoulder. Determined, Alessandra never once gave in to the urge to turn around and go back for her mask. A passing maid exclaimed. The shock was written all over her face as she looked right at Alessandra's face without the mask. She quickly averted her eyes to avoid the curse the rumors spoke of. The maid wanted to explain herself before she could be scolded for her reaction. Duchess, don't. Alessandra stopped right beside the maid. You don't have to look at me if it scares you. I will not explain any more that I am not cursed. However, I will consider letting you go if you are going to continue believing in what is obviously a tale made up for gossip. Alessandra left the maid's side, continuing to walk to where Alfred was resting. She ignored the shocked expressions of the other maids she passed. They were bound to react this way after she had come into this house wearing her mask and never taken it off before them. Alessandra didn't mind their stares. It was their words and them speaking of her being cursed that she would not tolerate. Alessandra wasn't going to let that rumor stay alive in her own home. If the maids weren't careful with the things they spoke after this moment, they would have to be less concerned about a non-existent curse and more concerned about Edgar. Duchess! Sally's voice interrupted Alessandra's thoughts. What is happening? Sally asked, completely surprised by the sight before her. Are you dreaming? Or am I drunk? Alessandra was glad she walked into Sally to take her mind off the maids for now. Why would you be drunk, Sally? We just returned home, so it is too soon for you to be drunk already. Does it scare you like everyone else? I had a sudden urge to be without my mask after talking with Peter. It does not scare me. It's just a bit strange to see you without your mask. You are a beautiful Duchess. Not that you weren't before. The side you showed was always beautiful, and I wondered why people would have liked you, considering you are beautiful. Then again, I can't say that because when I worked for your father, I denied how beautiful you were because of the cursed rumors. Sally started to ramble. Alessandra placed the kitten on top of Sally's head to end her endless thoughts. Take a deep breath before you choke on your words, Sally. I know what you meant from the very beginning, she replied. First, I do not trust this cat. Sally pointed to the kitten on her head. It wouldn't be long before it stopped lying there and started to scratch her head. Sally removed the kitten, and the moment she touched it, she was scratched. I am happy that you've finally taken off the mask. Now those horrible women won't have something to take a jab at. I think it won't be hard for them to start talking about my face instead of my mask. Since you have not commented on the scars, I take it they are less evident than I presume them to be? Said Alessandra. Sally was confused by the mention of scars. She took a step forward to inspect Alessandra's face, and after squinting her eyes, she found a mark.
Squinting.
I would notice it if you had not mentioned it. Was that what you were hiding all along? Were they more prominent at one time? Yes. Perhaps I imagined them to be more prominent when I looked in the mirror just now. They have healed over the years, but at one point, you could see many lines of where Kate clawed at my face in the past. Edgar received a special cream from the palace, which has helped me to take better care of my skin, Alessandra explained. She continued to walk down the stairs to go to Alfred. I don't know what you are seeing, but there is hardly anything wrong with your face. I can only find a few faded lines if I compare the sides of your face. You are beautiful. I'm sorry for repeating it, but I can't help it. With the mask gone, your beauty truly comes out, and there's a glow to you. It must be the cream you mentioned. I can see why your sister hates you. Sally only now realized. Alessandra was more beautiful now than in the past, because she didn't seem so gloomy all the time. She was happy here with the Duke, and she smiled more often. Her personality also added to her beauty. Sally always thought the side Alessandra showed was pretty, but she didn't think it was solely what made Kate hate her own sister. Now, she knew she was wrong. You wore a mask from a young age, Sally softly spoke, trying to put the story together. I can only imagine how pretty you must have been as a child. I thought Kate hated you because your rumors affected her at one point. She loves her reputation so much. But it wasn't the rumors. She must have felt second in comparison to you, and that hatred never went away. I mean, you are far better looking. She muttered what she considered the truth. And it wasn't just because she liked Alessandra more. You are not wrong. Our father pitted us against each other when we were younger, and I was the one he paraded around before the accident. Kate's hatred toward me started then. I don't know why she continued to bother herself with me as we got older, and I was still wearing the mask. Everyone spoke of her beauty all the time. Well, you might not see your beauty, but I think as you grew older, Kate continued to see it even though you wore a mask. She has no other reason to hate you aside from being jealous. Oh, and the fact you stole Edgar, Sally added, since Kate used to be obsessed with Edgar. Sally couldn't wait for the day Kate would witness Alessandra without her mask. Kate would not be able to hide her jealousy, and would most likely make an outburst. Duchess, Sally called to Alessandra before they entered Alfred's room. Will you expose what you endured with your father? I can back you up with what I have seen. I plan to when the court finds out more about Katrina. The only issue is that my face has healed, so there wouldn't be much evidence to show it did happen. I can still prove the maltreatment the maids witnessed. It will be revealed at the right time. Thank you for wanting to help me, said Alessandra. The town will come to love you when it learns the truth, and your family will pay for ignoring what you were going through. Why does it seem like that does not please you? Sally asked, as Alessandra didn't appear to be happy about it. I don't want the town to love me all because my past is revealed. It won't be genuine love. Everyone will just be happy to use me to talk about Katrina or Kate. I want my family to pay for what they did because they deserve it, not for the town to like me. I do not know if, in the next few years, I shall remain in Lockwood. It is not a place I would want to raise children, if Edgar and I were to have any, Alessandra said, truly contemplating taking Edgar's offer to move. Alessandra wanted to raise her children differently than how other children were raised in town, specifically the girls. She would love to give Edgar the air he needed, but she would also love to have a girl. However, Alessandra did not want to raise a girl here, where marriage was crucial at an early age, and then there were the cruel young women who attacked each other with words or physical items. She needed to discuss it with Edgar later on. Alessandra dropped the topic as she entered Alfred's room, after knocking and getting a response, with Sally right behind her. Right away, Alfred was stunned to see Alessandra without her mask, and rubbed his eyes to wake himself. When he looked again, Alfred found himself even more stunned. Duchess, you are without a mask. Did something good happen today for you to be without it? Alfred happily asked. Alfred was delighted to see her without the mask, since it showed she was coming far out of her shell. I spoke to a priest today after I prayed for you to recover well and be safe. I showed Edgar my face during our trip, and today I thought it was time I showed the people I cared about here. It would have been a bigger step if I went to town without the mask, one step at a time. Alfred patted her hand. He noticed the way her hands trembled out of nervousness, since this was strange for her, and she kept biting her lip. You did well with being open to show us. No wonder Edgar always looks like he will murder the people around you. We shall see more of his jealousy when you decide to be without your mask outside this house. I shall have his guns hidden. I wish to see the Duke's jealousy, said Sally. I do not, Alessandra replied, since his jealousy toward Mario placed them at odds for a moment. She didn't want to see the lengths Edgar would go through to remind others that she was his wife. Besides, I don't think he will have a reason to be jealous. Sally and Alfred shared a look with each other. Give her time, Alfred mouthed to Sally. Once Alessandra would go around without her mask, she was bound to notice the change in the looks she received. There would be men eyeing her, wanting to take Edgar's place, and women wishing for her to cover her entire face instead. Will you keep your mask off inside the house from now on, or is it just this moment? He asked. I won't wear it in the house any longer. If I continue to wear it here, it will prolong my being confident enough to be without it outside. As of right now, my main concern is the maids, who obviously think I am cursed, but they don't want to make Edgar angry. I thought by now they would have known there is no curse around me, Alessandra said, a bit let down by the maid's reaction. The bedroom door opened, and in walked Edgar. He arrived home the moment Alessandra and Sally went into Alfred's room and had been searching for his wife. Edgar's eyes went straight to his woman without the mask he had grown accustomed to. He walked to her, ignoring the two other people present in the room. I will need to keep my gun on me at all times, Edgar said, as there would be pests he would need to get rid of. Edgar noticed the stares she received from Grant's party when she covered half her face. Now, those stares would increase. That is why I shall hide all of them, Alfred thought. Did something happen? Edgar inquired, since she had not brought up wanting to be without her mask at home. Peter helped me decide to take off the mask when I returned home. That means you should be nice to him the next time you two cross paths. He wed us and has offered me good advice, Alessandra said, holding out her pinky finger for a promise to be made. Edgar didn't see why she would think two pinky fingers meant a promise would be kept. Where was the fun in not poking at Peter each time he visited the church? I will make no such promises, but I will consider donating something since he has been helpful. Did anyone give you any trouble or say something foolish? He asked, referring to the servants and guards. Nothing was said, but I witnessed shocked and scared expressions. Clearly, some of them believe the rumor that I am cursed. After a day or two, they should realize how stupid that rumor was, and if they do not, I will personally let them go, so they do not need to stay where they are not comfortable. Do not meddle, Alessandra said, since she wanted to take care of this by herself. As the lady of the house, it was her duty to deal with matters concerning the servants, and she wished to avoid Edgar scaring them again. Edgar, yet again, would not make any promises. Alessandra was too kind for her own good sometimes, and might allow the servants to get away with nonsense. He would step in when he felt like they were disrespecting her. Did you have a good time in town? He switched the topic. For the most part, yes. I bumped into Kate, but I did well with avoiding her, and I met Viscountess Nadine. I didn't like something her friend said, but I still enjoyed my day out. Have you met her or her husband before? Alessandra asked. I've been around her before. He is not a bad person, but I know nothing of his wife. Enjoy your time with Alfred. Edgar kissed her forehead. I need to speak with Caleb or Reed. Excuse me. Is it just me, or were we completely forgotten through all of that? Sally whispered to Alfred. Though she had to admit she liked watching Alessandra and Edgar speak. I do not mind. Alfred smiled. Give me a rundown of everything that happened today. Don't miss out on who approached her and who you caught acting suspicious around her, Edgar said. He sat down at his desk in his study while Reed and Caleb sat on the other side. She did run into the stepsister, but it was nothing serious. Reed did something you might like. Caleb nudged his brother. I caught the Baroness sneaking around in town and followed her to an inn where she went to collect something. The owner gave her a key to one of the rooms. There is no doubt in my mind she has a secret room she is hiding something in. I would have checked it out, but I sliced her face for you. Reed grinned. Did you? Well done. She's been hiding far too long, so it's about time she received her punishment. Get someone to find out how long she has had that room and go inside to find what else she is keeping there right as soon as this conversation is over. Chances are she might return to clear out that room to cover what she is hiding, Edgar said with great certainty. Katrina knew they were aware of that inn now. You should be prepared for her to retaliate against you for ruining her face. Since she can't easily target you, she'll target the Duchess instead, or someone else you least expect. Luckily, the Duchess rarely leaves home, so there isn't much of an opportunity for the Baroness to strike. Should the Duchess be aware you cut the No. Edgar shook his head. He didn't need Alessandra knowing about this, especially now, when she was enjoying walking around without her mask. Alessandra didn't need to be bothered by news concerning her family. Do not mention the cut to Alessandra. I will mention it to her on my own terms. Alessandra told me she met Nadine Powell. What was said that Alessandra did not like? I don't see why it is a jab women take at each other, but the Duchess being pregnant was brought up. I spoke with Sally, and it seems this concerns a rumor about your wife and the cook. Then it was found odd the Duchess is not already pregnant by you. Caleb relayed the events. Caleb truly wished to know why Alessandra not being pregnant yet was such a concern. He did not want a child so early in his marriage. He also found it stupid how an unmarried woman was questioning Alessandra about a baby. Women are weird creatures, Caleb concluded. The women in this town are a special breed. In the future, do not let the woman who spoke of pregnancy near my wife. I am going to check on my mother, so you can start collecting information about the infant. Edgar ordered Reed, since he was aware of Caleb going to speak with Sally's parents soon. They both requested time off after Alessandra would be safe and sound at home. Edgar wanted to see the change in his mother after spending an entire day in the dungeon. Only when he noticed change would she be freed. He hoped the rats he left behind were a good motivation, and with this visit, he could start hearing some apologies that sounded genuine. When Edgar reached the dungeon, the door was opened for him by the guard keeping an eye on his mother to make sure none of the rats escaped to feast on her, and she was fed in a timely manner. Edgar spotted his mother finally sitting on the cold, dirty floor. Most likely she was too tired to resist sitting on the floor. A tray of food remained at the door of her cell, with a rat nibbling at what was left behind. Your pet? Edgar asked, alerting her of his presence. Priscilla refused to respond to Edgar, and given the satisfaction of hearing the fear in her voice, she grew tired from screaming. She wanted to be released, and screaming each time a rat came to her plate in the cell made the ones outside her door shake the box. Not speaking to me today? Do you know how many times I would have preferred you to be silent in the past? Now that I want you to speak, you are silent. Are you learning your lesson? Can you admit the faults that led you to be placed here? Edgar asked. There was no response once again. I'm surprised your husband has not come to me yet. Priscilla gripped her stained dress. She thought by now Edmund would be working on getting her released, even if he had to go to the town guards. As her husband, he should be doing everything he could to save her. No, he should have never let her be taken away. Edmund was failing her in more ways than one, and rather than thinking about what happened to Alfred, Priscilla was contemplating leaving Edmund. What was the point in having him around to save Faith when things like this happened? If anyone were to find out about this, it would stain her reputation more than a divorce. Edmund was utterly useless when it came to their family. I'm a bit disappointed that you are not ready to admit your fault in all of this and apologize. Do you not want to be free? Apologizing from the bottom of your heart is the first step, said Edgar. I did nothing wrong, Priscilla replied softly because of her sore throat. What? Frederick. He did this without my command. Edgar wasn't surprised. She was still pointing her fingers at Frederick. It is not time for you to leave yet. You are still the same as when I brought you here, aside from the fact you cower in the corner. I will visit you around this time tomorrow, and hopefully I shall get a better response. When I get out of here, I will forget you are my son, and repay you for this embarrassment and torture you are putting me through, Priscilla threatened him. She finally looked up at Edgar, standing outside her cell. With that attitude, you will never leave this place for me to be concerned about your threats, Edgar replied. James, what happened while I was away? My mother does not wish to see or speak with me, and she is hidden in her room. Did my uncle or grandmother return, or has the court brought bad news? Kate asked the butler. She had to force herself to go into the kitchen to find him and ask this.
She has not mentioned anything to me. When the Baroness returned home, she requested to be left alone.
My mother left the house today? When? She did not mention having to go somewhere to me, Kate muttered, confused by the secrecy. First Simon, and now her mother. Kate didn't like the secrecy her mother had these days. If you happen to learn something, come to me at once to tell me, she ordered him, and proceeded to leave, but stopped after 2 steps. Do you know where she went today? James shook his head. Kate was forgetting. It wasn't his place as the butler to ask where Katrina was going. Just like Kate, he was curious about what happened to make Katrina return home angry and yell to be left alone. He had not seen her when she returned and only heard the noise. I hope she has not found herself in trouble. Maid to my room, James. I have clothes that I need to be hung up. You need to teach the maid to aid me as soon as I return from shopping. I almost broke my nail lifting a bag, Kate said, looking at her hands. With all the new things I have bought, I hardly have room in my closet.
Shall I have another room emptied for your clothes?
James suggested. With her shopping once again, there was hardly any room for all the new items. Since Kate was big on having the newest clothes that fit the season, James recommended selling newer clothes she did not want. But Kate refused to do it now that her grandmother gave her money. Trina was pulling money out of thin air, and she wasn't desperate to sell her clothes. It was her loss, since extra money could be in her hands for clothes she does not wear. James wouldn't be surprised if the household ended up back deep in debt again. Make that happen. There's a room right next door. No. Kate suddenly had a bright idea. I want the room Alessandra had. It is not like we would welcome her back to this house if the Duke kicks her out of his. Maybe if we are kind, she can stay in the stable. Have servants strip everything from that room and burn it. I shall speak with my mother about designing it when I see her. James didn't think this was a good idea and said,
My lady, since there is a chance you will marry the Marquess, it might be a waste of money to...
What makes you think I care about your opinion? These days, I feel like you have gotten too comfortable now that my father is gone. Do you envision yourself as the man of the house because you think 2 women can't make decisions on their own? If we were to fire you right now, my mother and I would be just fine tomorrow. Keep your opinions to yourself, Kate advised him. If she had things her way, James would have been fired by now, and they would have hired a better butler. Kate didn't see why her father hired James when he had so few skills and no reputation as a butler. Kate walked away from James as the kitchen became a sight she could no longer bear to look at. A lady such as herself did not belong in such a place. Her marriage to Simon would ensure she continued the life of never having to lift a finger. She could hardly wait to visit his house and see what would belong to her soon enough. James didn't take offense to Kate's words. Contrary to what she thought, her mother took a lot of his advice. He would love to rub the fact he was sleeping with her mother in her face, but knew it would cost him his job, since Katrina did not want anyone finding out about them. Having enough of waiting around to learn what happened with Katrina for her to return so angry, James left the kitchen to pay her a visit. He had a bad feeling about her first time roaming around alone since Desmond's death. James went up to the 2nd floor, careful not to be spotted by Kate or any of the other servants. He knocked on Katrina's bedroom door and called out for her to know that it was him who came to visit her. After 4 knocks and no answer,
James was about to leave when the door finally opened. "Come inside quickly," Katrina said with her face turned away from him. James did as she said and entered the bedroom. His suspicion that something happened was higher now that she would not look him in the eye. Katrina closed and locked the door behind James. She wanted to hide her face, but after some thought, she knew she needed to make a move using James. James. James stepped closer to Katrina when she finally looked up, and he was able to see the bruise that was not there this morning. "Your face." He reached out to touch her, but Katrina stepped away from him. "Do not speak about it," Katrina said. Katrina walked around James and went to her bed, careful not to step on the broken pieces of glass from the mirror she broke when she returned home. She hated staring at the sight of her beautiful face, now ruined. "I am not going to allow Edgar to get away with this. I am going to make him feel what it is like to lose something precious. 2 fucking scars," Katrina said through gritted teeth. "He intends to make me look like his despicable wife. I won't sit still and give up this time. From the lengths Edgar is taking to hurt me, there is no question that he loves Alessandra." Katrina hated to admit that Alessandra had somehow gotten Edgar to fall for her. She doubted Edgar's feelings when he first came to propose to marry Alessandra, but now she was certain of his feelings. She didn't understand how such a plain girl did it, but figured they had all not realized how much of a sly fox Alessandra was. William wants Alessandra, and it shall hurt Edgar if something happens to her. I want to see him searching high and low for her, while she is subjected to whatever William wants with her. I will use bait to get her away from her husband. We have one person here she cares for, and we know his secret," Katrina said, referring to Mario. "I'm afraid it might not be so easy to use him this time. After one more week of work, his debt to your husband will be paid, and he will most likely leave town to get away," said James. "I don't need him to willingly go along with my plans. I will make him my captive to target Alessandra. I truly believe she had feelings for the cook, and she still might. If she were to learn he is in danger, I bet she will come running. I must have her come without her husband. I need you to do 3 things for me," Katrina said, putting a bit more trust in James at this moment. James had quickly become her most loyal servant aside from her maid. Katrina knew men well, so it wasn't hard for her to notice James's feelings for her. It was foolish, considering she was willing to accuse him of taking advantage of her, and if needed, she would still accuse him of it. But those feelings meant he would do anything for her. "I need you to go into town tomorrow and hire a gang of men to work for me. I need Mario to be lured out of the house with an errand for him to be taken. And I need you to visit an inn tomorrow." "No," Katrina changed her mind. "I need you to hire the men and go to the inn tonight. Edgar must know about the inn by now, and I must beat him to it." Katrina walked up to James to seduce him with her body, to remind him of what he got for his loyalty. She wrapped her arms around his neck and stared at his handsome features. "I am trusting you, which is rare for me to do. Should you betray me, know that I will stab you deep into your back. But continue to do a good job, and you shall be rewarded well." "I understand," James replied. "Good. Now strip for me. I am in need of releasing my anger, James. If only you were a man of higher status." She started to unbutton his shirt. "I would have no issue marrying you. Do as I ask of you, Al. and I shall elevate your status just as I did with my life. Next episode is going to be your last unlocked episode. You'll have to use coins to unlock other episodes.
Just wait.
James slid off the edge of the bed to look for his clothes. Baroness. Now it is Baroness. Yet a few minutes ago you forgot my title and called my name. I quite like hearing my name from your lips, James. When we are alone, you are free to address me as such, Katrina said, rolling to her side to get a good look at his naked body as he hurried to get dressed. Katrina enjoyed these moments when she was in control. James was handling his new job better than she expected. Of course, my body would make him love me, she thought. I do not want to make it a habit, as I may slip up when we are not in your bedroom. I think you should take a break from how many times you ask me to join you in bed. There is a chance you might become pregnant, Katrina finished for him. Oh, please, James. I said that was not something you need to worry about. I have plenty of experience making sure that I do not get pregnant, and if I slip up, there are ways for me to get rid of the child. I must ask again. I didn't get pregnant twice for Desmond. What makes you think I would allow myself to be pregnant by you? James remained silent. Though it feels like sometimes you are overworking yourself to get me pregnant. A child won't help you trap me, James. And you cannot outplay me in these games. After such a good time, I cannot believe your mind is on a baby. Katrina chuckled. You can never be too safe, James muttered. It wasn't like what Katrina was thinking. Suddenly having a baby with no husband will open a lot of questions about what is going on in your house. It wasn't like Desmond has been dead for so long that I cannot say it is his. Something brilliant came to Katrina's mind. If I were to suddenly have a boy and claim it to be Desmond's son, his family could not try to take away all that I own now. They won't let this house be without a man for too long, and his mother has forbidden me from remarrying. This matter would all be solved if she could find Desmond's will, which should state everything would go to her and Kate as he promised. Katrina didn't see why the court had not come to her with their copy of it instead of constantly speaking about Alessandra. James did not want to be a part of Katrina fooling her in-laws with a child that did not belong to Desmond. This was where he had to draw the line. This would be your way to elevate your status. But I can bet all that I have, you would be too scared to seize this moment. That kind of thinking will keep you as you are now, a butler under the control of his mistress. This world is cruel, James. You must be crueler if you want to survive. The sooner you realize this, the better life will be for you, said Katrina. Katrina had witnessed the cruelty of this world from a young age, which forced her to open her eyes to the things she needed to do if she wanted to survive. Katrina saw how men ruled the world, and to be the one on top, she had to manipulate those same men to rise above them. People who tried to play nice would always gain nothing from this world, and continue to suffer until their last days. Katrina sat up from the bed and went to where James was almost finished putting on his clothes. She slithered her arms around his waist, pulling him against her naked body. I see a bit of myself in you. You wish to be more than a butler, even though you won't admit it. Everyone at the bottom wishes to see what is at the top. Forget those silly morals you have, and think of yourself and your mother, she said. I have been thinking of my mother. I've thought of how she will be if you carry out your threat of accusing me of taking advantage of you. I've done as you asked for her sake, I am more than happy with my life as a butler. Do not try to tempt me with anything more, James replied, removing Katrina's hands from around his waist. Katrina scoffed, not believing his words. He was only denying it so he wouldn't seem like such a bad person. She saw how his eyes twinkled each time she bought him a gift, and she knew he wanted much more. James's continuous act of trying to look good was starting to bore her. And after he got Mario taken, she might get rid of him too. Or maybe I should entertain myself by bringing out the greed in him, she considered. You should focus on Miss Kate instead of everything else. When she returned home, it appeared like she had good news to share, but you were pushing her away. She is concerned about you. Regardless of the wounds on your face, you are still the most beautiful woman I have ever laid eyes on, and your daughter will think the same. You are all she has, Baroness. Do not push her away. I must leave now. James excused himself. Katrina tapped her fingers on her arms. She didn't want to show the wounds she had, but she could not hide away forever from her daughter. I need the best medicine in town to clear my skin, regardless of the price, she muttered. Katrina decided to visit Kate. Kate needed to be focused on securing Simon so she would not be thinking about what was troubling her mother. They could not let Simon slip through their fingers, or Kate would have to wait another season to be married and start the process of controlling a man with her charms all over again. Katrina went to her closet to get a robe to wear instead of getting all dressed up again. After the pleasure given to her by James, she wished to sleep right after, so there was hardly a need to wear a dress to see Kate when she would come back and sleep. When Katrina exited her bedroom, she kept her hand on her cheek to cover the wounds. She was more embarrassed about that than the fact that she was leaving her room in a robe that the servants would see. Kate? Katrina called out to her daughter as she pushed Kate's bedroom door open. She never needed to knock and wait for Kate to open the door for her. Mom! Kate's eyes lit up seeing her mother. She stood near her bed looking at dresses she wanted to wear for Simon to admire. I thought I would not be seeing you for the rest of the day. Did something happen? Why are you hiding your face? She commented on her mother's obvious attempt to hide her face. I've been wounded again by Edgar Collins. Katrina removed her hand from her cheek. Kate's blood boiled, seeing the damage Edgar added to her mother once again. That monster! How dare he do this again? Mother, it is time you go to the guards and have him arrested. You cannot let him get away with turning you into... Kate trailed off, but she finally spat. I was Sandra! I am not going to let him get away with it, Kate. But you know it would be pointless to try getting him arrested. He has too much power to get himself out of jail, and the king is on his side. I am taking matters into my own hands. William has tasked me with getting Alessandra away from Edgar the night he visited us for dinner. Katrina informed Kate of their plans. Kate had a better chance of getting closer to Alessandra to deliver the message about Mario than Katrina could because of Kate's relationship with Simon. Kate was ecstatic to hear that her mother and William were working together to get Alessandra away from Edgar. She was honestly upset with the two of them sitting around doing nothing and allowing Alessandra to enjoy her life as a duchess. Knowing that Alessandra would be in the hands of William in the near future made her feel better about her run-in with Alessandra today. Is that how you plan to hurt Edgar? When will you take her, Mother? Would I be able to see her before she is taken to William? I must repay her for how she embarrassed me today. If William does not mind, I would love to release my frustration on her. Perhaps by destroying the other side of her face. You might be more intrigued if she covered her face completely, Kate said whilst imagining the torture she could put Alessandra through. Kate gripped her dress, imagining her nails digging into Alessandra's face. She hoped Lupe would completely win Alessandra, either mentally, physically, or sexually, so Edgar would never take a look at her again. You will have your moment to get back at her for what she has stolen from you and put you through, but you must not be hasty. This plan must not fail.
Oh, it will fail.
No unlocked episodes available. You'll have to use coins to unlock other episodes, or we'll take you to the next series recommendations.
Episode 547, Crow's Shelter. It was a casual ride in the spaceship to the planet that they were heading for. Smaller spaceship was a lot easier to pilot. One would only have to put in the location they needed to go to, and the autopilot system would head there automatically. There was a manual option and a few things one would need to do, but it had 1/20th of the number of buttons as the large ship did. If they didn't understand anything, Quinn's inspection skills would give him a rundown and explain what each button did. Even the controls to turn on the aircon. In a new pair. One could tell that they were heavily worn. The glasses looked crooked as he wore them, and even the temples had tape covering them. He then turned around and immediately raised his middle finger, responding to the slander. I bet you don't even know how many fingers I'm holding up. Upon hearing the taunt, the boy clenched his fist and started running towards Quinn. You level 1 piece of crap! When are you going to learn that you don't belong in this world? The boy placed both of his hands together, and a green ball of light started to form between them. When he was only a few meters away from Quinn, the boy threw his hands forward, and a green beam shot out from the palm of his hand. Quinn had nowhere to go, and the ray of light was too fast for him to dodge. Hence, he knew that all he could do was grit his teeth and bear the pain. As the light hit him, his body was lifted into the air and sent flying backward onto the far end corridor wall. What's going on?
Don't know what you doing hanging around, and we got a hustle on?
You got them charges for the bank job? Good shit. Good motherfucking shit. This is what I came back out here for. Getting in them votes just got easy as hell.
Nothing like telling the valet to bring my foreign out front.
We've got the Ubermacht Niobe, a stylish and high-performance sports car in GTA 5 Online, heavily inspired by the BMW i8. This car combines futuristic design with impressive performance, delivering the sleek, aggressive look and cutting-edge technology you'd expect from a high-end sports car. Niobe can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for $1.8 million. Actual top speed of the Niobe in GTA 5 is 127 miles per hour.
That's just slow.
It's fully upgraded. Ubermacht Niobe is a well-balanced sports car, offering both speed and control. It may not be the best in terms of raw top speed compared to sports cars like the Ocelot Pariah, but it excels in handling and maneuverability.
It's my favorite, the Cypher.
Ubermacht Cypher. This car is heavily inspired by the BMW M2, one of the most iconic performance coupes in BMW's lineup. Cypher brings a sporty, aggressive design and cutting-edge features, combining both style and performance in a way that only Ubermacht can do. Cypher can be purchased in GTA Online, Legendary Motorsport, for a price of $1.5 million. Actual top speed of the Cypher in GTA 5 is 114 miles per hour, 183 kilometers per hour when it's fully upgraded. This is one of the few vehicles eligible for the special drift tuning modification at the LS body. It's important to note that applying this upgrade disables any other performance upgrades.
Like Zion.
GTA 5 Online, heavily based on the first generation BMW M6. This is evident in its sharp-nosed front end, distinctive Hoffmeister kink in the seat pillar, and overall classic coupe silhouette. Zion Classic can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for a price of $812,000. Actual top speed of the Zion Classic in GTA 5 is 113 miles per hour, 182 kilometers per hour when it's fully upgraded. While not the fastest, its style and enjoyable driving dynamics make it a worthwhile addition to any GTA Online garage, especially for fans of vintage BMWs.
Oh, so that was what the hell was going to have? The hell is that?
Based on the Cadillac Scala concept, with some possible influence from the Audi TT MK3 and BMW Concept 8 for the front end. It's a sleek four-door sedan with a sporty and somewhat futuristic aesthetic. Revolter can be purchased from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $1,610,000. Actual top speed of the Revolter in GTA 5 is 117 miles per hour, 188 kilometers per hour when it's fully upgraded. A key feature of the Revolter is the optional forward-facing machine gun mount, which can be installed at a cost. When the machine gun is equipped, the driver controls it. SC1 is a supercar in GTA 5 Online. It is primarily based on the BMW M1 homage concept car from 2008. However, its performance is not considered top tier within the supercar class. SC1 can be purchased from Legendary Motorsport for $1,603,000. Actual top speed of the SC1 in GTA 5 is 122 miles per hour when it's fully upgraded. Its acceleration is adequate for the supercar class, but doesn't stand out as particularly rapid. SC1 is often described as having good handling, offering a decent amount of grip. However, it's not considered one of the most agile or responsive supercars.
Texas no-fault divorce. 5 things to do. No-fault divorces often misunderstood. Many people think that since there's a no-fault statute, there's no issue of fault in divorce. Some people think that no-fault divorce means it's instantaneous, or they equate no-fault with procedure. Here are 5 essential things to know about Texas no-fault divorce. 1. Fault can still be involved. The Texas man knows
states clearly that
Hey, look at the type of shit these people are advertising. Like, and these are Christian. This is supposed to be a Christian. Like, and motherfuckers cannot see how hypocrite this whole.
Rockstar's fictional German car manufacturer, heavily inspired by BMW. It was available from the beginning of GTA 5 and remains in GTA Online. Zion can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $60,000 in GTA 5 and remains in GTA Online. Zion can be purchased from
Zion.
GTA 5
Purchase that.
22 miles per hour when it's fully upgraded. Its acceleration is adequate for the supercar class but doesn't stand out as particularly rapid. SC1 is often described as having good handling, offering a decent amount of grip. However, it's not considered one of the most agile or responsive supercars.
What mark was Zion?
Zion in GTA 5 Online is a two-door coupe manufactured by Ubermacht, Rockstar's fictional German car manufacturer heavily inspired by BMW. It was available from the beginning of GTA 5 and remains in GTA Online. Zion can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $60,000 in GTA Online. Actual top speed of the Zion in GTA 5 is 118 miles per hour, 190 kilometers per hour, and it's fully upgraded. Zion is known for its good and predictable handling, making it comfortable for everyday driving and navigating the streets of Los Santos. It steers well even at higher speeds. Ubermacht Zion Cabrio is the convertible variant of the Ubermacht Zion in GTA 5 Online. Like the standard Zion, the Cabrio is heavily inspired by the BMW E63/E646 series convertible. Zion can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $65,000 in GTA Online. Actual top speed of the Zion Cabrio in GTA 5 is 118 miles per hour, 190 kilometers per hour, when it's fully upgraded. While its performance is average, its aesthetic appeal and the fun of top-down cruising make it a worthwhile vehicle to own in GTA Online, especially if you can snag one off the streets for free. Ubermacht Sentinel XS is a four-door sedan in GTA 5 Online, known for its sporty appearance and decent performance. Sentinel XS is primarily based on the BMW E92 M3. Sentinel XS can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $60,000 in GTA Online. Actual top speed of the Sentinel XS in GTA 5 is 116 miles per hour, 187 kilometers per hour, when it's fully upgraded. This is one of the few vehicles eligible for the special HSW performance upgrade and the LS car meet. Sentinel XS can reach the crazy top speed of 137 miles per hour, 220 kilometers per hour, after HSW performance upgrade. Sentinel in GTA 5. Online is a two-door coupe manufactured by Ubermacht, Rockstar's fictional German car manufacturer, heavily inspired by BMW. The design of the standard Sentinel is primarily based on the BMW E93 M3 convertible. Sentinel can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $95,000 in GTA Online. Actual top speed of the Sentinel in GTA 5 is 113 miles per hour, 181 kilometers per hour, when it's fully upgraded. Its BMW-inspired design, comfortable handling, and the fact that it's a hardtop convertible make it a popular choice for cruising. four-door sedan in GTA 5 Online, manufactured by Ubermont. Oracle XS's is based on a real-life BMW 7 Series E65. Oracle XS can be purchased from Southern San Andreas Super Autos for $82,000 in GTA Online. Actual top speed of the Oracle XS in GTA 5 is 115 miles per hour, 185 kilometers per hour when it's fully upgraded. Considered average, allowing for relatively smooth cornering, tending slightly towards understeer, offering average performance and a range of customization options for players who appreciate its more subtle and executive aesthetic. Oracle in GTA 5 Online is a four-door coupe manufactured by Ubermont, Rockstar's fictional German car manufacturer heavily inspired by BMW. Oracle is based on a real-life BMW 7 Series F01.
Cash back big with Chase Freedom Unlimited. Earn a $200 bonus. With no annual fee and 0% intro APR. How do you cash back?
Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I heading? I won't search. All I know is I am on my way. When will I be there? I don't know.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
What is up, friends? On this video, I'm going to be discussing the top 10 fastest vehicles in GTA 5 Online in 2025 after the 20 DLC in terms of top speed. And to clarify, HSW cars will be included in this list, which is currently only available on full checkboxes such as PS5 and Xbox Series X/S, and of course, Lease. And since PC is included in this, what are those favorites that come the HSW cars in this list? Now, if you are on Nintendo, which is PS4 or Xbox One, I will be making a separate updated video on HSW vehicles right now. Also, to mention, aircraft will not be included in this list. Obviously, top speeds are going to be based on road maps, curbs, wheeling absurd motorcycles, etc. And at least top speeds are chosen based on roughly 1322's accurate top speed testing, making sure that for every single vehicle was distance into the
We got a couple of cameras up and running.
this is quite
Should
a
we get a
lot
nice little head start when we hit them?
year's top speeds. I'll leave the link to his channel down below and subscribe to it. And you really should subscribe to it because car testing using my airline. Also, for those of you who don't know, the speedometers and first person are not accurate, as some cars say you're going 90 miles per hour, and other cars are saying you're going 200 miles per hour, while both cars are actually going the same speed. The only one that's relatively ridiculous speedometers, I think, make closer reference, but in general, the first person speedometers are very inaccurate, so fine. But anyway, let's get into it. Starting off with number 10, we have an original Revolver Banshee with the HSW upgrade. So the base Banshee costs about $100,000, and the HSW upgrade is a crazy $1.8 million, which totals $4.9 million for the sports car, which is just insane. However, its performance is also insane. I mean, it's obviously very bad for 75 gas per hour, which is crazy for a long 1G sports car. You never expect to be that fast, but that's the power of HSW. That also makes it a top 5 series car to their truck, which is about. And on to number 9, we have the manufacturer's strange GT with the HSW upgrade. The base price of this car is just under $1 million, and the HSW upgrade is $900,000 for the top. So this car will cost you just for $1.9 million, which seems expensive, but honestly, for a sports classics car, the HSW, I think that's a pretty big deal. But anyways, the HSW GT not only has a very impressive top speed, than the 6.25 miles per hour, it also has incredible energy percent with a classic car, and incredible exhaust as well. Plus, it's one of the fastest cars in the class for track performance alongside the HSW Classic, making it a plus motor in my opinion. Continuing to number 8, we have the Carrot S95 with an HSW upgrade. So the base price is just $2 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is $1,000. So that totals about $2.5 million for this car, which seems pretty crazy, but the top speed of this car is a very impressive 156.5 miles per hour, which is extremely quick for a pretty looking sports car. I always find it pretty funny seeing a Toyota 86 solution to the BRT being one of the top 10 fastest cars in the game, just difference of it. Next up, on to number 7, we have the microchip drive with the HSW upgrade. So the base price of this bike is just under $1 million, and the HSW upgrade is about $1.4 million. So you win this bike for about $2.4 million, which seems like a lot for this bike, but only has a pretty top speed of 157.5 miles per hour. But it's also the best vehicle in the entire game. Overall driving performance. It basically takes off like rocket powered vehicles, just an insane acceleration and top speed this thing has. Plus the handling, which is above average compared to most bikes. Now it's not the best in terms of handling the Shitaro, for example, but it's not terrible either, having just a bit of understeer, but with less than this mix up the rails. Moving on to number 6, we have the Gero ZX/ZX Convertible with the HSW upgrade. And I haven't put these two into one since they basically have identical components. So the base price of the is $2 million, and then the HSW upgrade on top is $120,000. And then for the convertible, it's just $2 million, and then HSW upgrade cost is the same, about $550,000. So you're about $2.5 million and about $2.8 million in convertibles. For a muscle car, that's pretty crazy. But it is the second fastest muscle car in the game with a top speed of 158 miles per hour, which is insanely impressive. Now, it's handling isn't the greatest, but it is good enough to be the fastest car in the class you are raised on track performance. Continuing to number 5, we have the Yogi with the HSW upgrade. So the base price of this car is just $189 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is $1.8 million. So this car will cost you just under $3.7 million, which is insane. But this is an insanely fast car overall. With a top speed of 159.5 miles per hour, an insane acceleration in combination with incredible handling. This thing could literally be right alongside an HSW bucket in the super buckets. And again, remember this thing is in the sports class. It completely dominates the sports class. It's just like one of the best purchases in the game by far. Next up, on to number 4, we have the Weaver. So this bike has an insane top speed of 160 miles per hour over the wheelie, and the craziest part is that this bike isn't even an HSW vehicle. So this essentially is the fastest vehicle for the the Weaver has a base price of $1.9 million, but honestly, under $2 million for the fastest vehicle in the isn't all that bad on this considered. I will mention that the Reaper does suffer a bit in terms of handling and acceleration, which sits around the pace of some of the top bikes like the Mach-E for track performance. Well, that's why I personally recommend the HSW Aperture Drag over this one because it is handling advantage here. Moving on to number 3, we have the Tampa GT with the HSW upgrade. So the base price of this car is about $1.3 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is $1.4 million. So this car would cost you just under $2.8 million total. So this muscle car has a top speed of 166 miles per hour, which is just insane. And for those of you who don't know, the brakes of this car are absolutely terribly at the brake. Super far in advance, basically like if you're driving a snow or anything like that. And the handling is like a traditional muscle car, but more floaty. So you combine an insane amount of straight line speed, but basically when it brakes, and very muscle car tradition. Super far in advance, 166 miles per hour, which is just insane. And for those of you moving up next on the video, we have the Tampa GT with the HSW upgrade. So the base price of this car is about $1.3 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is $1.4 million. So this car will cost you just under $2.8 million. So this muscle car at the top speed of 166 miles per hour, which is just insane. And for those of you who don't know, the brakes of this car are absolutely terribly on the brake. Super far advanced, basically like if you're riding a snow or anything like that. handling is like a traditional vessel car with floating. So you combine an insane amount of strength and speed with basically no brakes and very muscle car traditional handling. Of course, and it makes this thing almost like lots of actually driving it. But that sort of like character this car has, it makes it a ton of fun to drive. It gives you that old school classic car feel, which a lot of cars in the community, myself, I think makes very like power and understanding. Continuing to number two, we have the Brownie Sting TT with the HSW upgrade. The base price of this car is just under 2.4 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is about 4 million. So this car would possibly be ridiculous $3.8 million plus upgrades, basically a $4 million sports car, which is absolutely insane. But it does have the same top speed of 168.5 miles per hour. It's crazy. The handling of this car is pretty terrible, just average sports car handling, and this speed just doesn't really work well. I don't really recommend it, to be honest. And lastly, before we move on to number one, we have an honorable mention here, and that is the regular with collection with wheel. So for those of you who don't follow, possibly a ridiculous $3.8 million plus upgrades, basically a $4 million. Like a car, we understand it. Continuing to number two, we have the Grotti Stinger TT of the HSW upgrade. So the base price of this car is just under 2.4 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is about 4 million. So this car will cost you a ridiculous $3.8 million plus upgrades, basically a $4 million sports car, which is absolutely insane. But it does have the same top speed of 168.5 miles per hour, which is pretty crazy. And the handling of this car is pretty terrible, just average sports car handling. This speed just doesn't really work well. I don't really recommend it, to be honest. And lastly, before we move on to number one, we have an honorable mention here, and that is the regular Volvo with the glitched rear wheel. So for those of you who don't know how this works, we simply upgrade the gargoyle, then install one of the.
There's a big difference between pretty good performance and superior performance. Castrol full synthetic oils are engineered to perform in some critical areas, so you can go farther between oil changes. Castrol, better oil, strong performance.
Take 40% off fall florals at Hobby Lobby. Big warmth and color with their floral arrangements. Build your own and add the perfect garland for a finishing touch. Save 40% on fall florals at Hobby Lobby.
Large wheels, and that allowed them to speed glitch while going to reach incredible top speed of 171.5 miles per hour, which makes it the second fastest vehicle by range. But again, ain't no line is specific upgrade. And this bike only costs about $100,000, which is by far the best bang for the buck. It's going to go fast and cheap. And for those of you who don't know, the red trucks, the hot tire speed glitch, basically all the speed glitches that involve holding your brakes were unfortunately actually years ago, so keep them in mind. But anyways, on to number one, the fastest vehicle in the entire game for top speed. We have the Banshee GTS with the HSW upgrade. The base price of this car just under $2 million, and the HSW upgrade on top is $1.9 million. So this car will cost you just under $1.9 million plus upgrades. So you'll be well over $4 million into this car upgrades. I want to say about $4.5 million with everything, which is pretty crazy. But this is a really fast car. It's crazy top speed of 172.5 miles per hour. Just ridiculous. And it's the third fastest car for track performance in the sports class with HSW. And honestly, it's just a ton of fun to drive in general with fantastic customization and detail. For those of you who are thinking of buying it, just buy it. Don't regret it. This is a very good purchase and a very well-made car from Rockstar Pro. But anyways, guys, there you have it. Those are the top 10 fastest vehicles in terms of top speed GTA 500 to bang. Top 10 videos you guys like to see on the channel. Thanks again. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.
Yeah.
Let's play a quick game. Close your eyes right now for just 5 seconds.
So there was this comedian. He was explaining this movie on Netflix, right? Right. This nigga was. You know what? He was explaining the movie, and he said the movie fucked him over because when he read the description, it says that the description says that a family moved into town, and their daughter got kidnapped twice by the neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't understand, like, how the hell is that possible, you know? So anyway, he started watching the movie. And in the movie, come to find out, the dudes moved next to this neighbor, and it was this is the plot. You ready for the plot twist? The dad started fucking. The neighbor started fucking the dad.
Oh, yeah.
The male neighbor. Okay, and then after he find out, he kidnapped the guy's daughter. And then after he find out he kidnapped the daughter, he tells them, "I release your daughter. You ain't gonna tell nobody about this, right? Or else I tell what's been going on." So the family is like, "Nah, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody, you know, give us our daughter back." So later on in the movie, right, the wife starts fucking the neighbor. And then the neighbor kidnapped the daughter again. And then I guess the movie has been narrated by one of the guys, I don't know. Then the guy's like, "I get a call from blah blah blah, and he tells me to take a ride with him. And as we were taking a ride, he's telling me about how he's tired of his marriage, and you know he just needs to release. And it's like, look, he has his dick in his hand, and I just reached over there and I helped him release. Long story short, nigga said, what the fuck? Like, what's going on with YouTube? Well, not YouTube, but okay, let me see. Anyway, oh no.
That there's so many people out there that don't like what you do. They don't even want to show my thumbnail. That's how bad it is when I'm sharing a video with people. And I'm like, for real? That's what we're on. Alright. So it looks like Jay-Z and his people are playing dirty games again.
Ain't nobody playing no goddamn dirty games with you, man.
And it shows you how wicked the system is.
Oh man, y'all niggas always trying to.
Meaning Dame Dash about the situation that was going on with Rock Nation and Jay-Z. And he's pointed out, like, Charlamagne must be doing something else, because Charlamagne was acting very different. Like, we haven't seen Charlamagne act like that with a guest in a very long time. Due to his new position he's trying to get to politically, he has been very selective on who he was going to mess with and who he wasn't in that nature. He's never been like this in years. No, he chose to make Dame Dash his target. Or in other words, the butt of his jokes. Doing something he hasn't done in years. Why would he do that? That seemed very random. And that didn't get past Dame. Let's listen.
Now, let me say this. This is my assessment. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z, not one. He's not in the room, shit, though. Don't tell me what that. You said you shouldn't talk about Billy. Now you're interrupting me. I know him. I'm giving you an example. Right? You used to know. Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk? Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest. Is that an airplane shirt right now? Airplane shirt. I will see you. Can I finish? No, I never seen it. What you mean? Can I talk? Can I land the plane? Let me land the plane. Let me land the plane. So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man who was paid. One of the. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, either you got a crush on this man, or he's paying. Something ain't right here. Now, that's too ridiculous. We had enough loss. Insurance that attached to his finances. Jay-Z and Rockefeller, not Rockefeller, but Rock Nation, right, was revealed by Noah's attachment to uncover that they had an opportunity and they Charlamagne has been a
partnership with Rock Nation. That's right. Along with Alicia Keys and a host of others. Now, here's the news. Do you remember when Desiree Perez got in trouble with her daughter? And her daughter was on tape talking about her mom falsely put her and made up lies to have her arrested and get her locked up. Y'all remember that, right?
Meet Francis.
Thing over here.
His story is so inspirational, we turn it into a book. Life is too short to live in fear, Francis proclaimed. And so,
do you remember how everybody talked about this?
Angel who married this African man, she don't get pregnant African food.
Why is it the Breakfast Club? It's not talking about this. You can't find that story on the Breakfast Club. Damn near nobody. So Angela Rye, who works along with Charlemagne, Angela Rye is a so-called activist, defender of the left, political connections with the Obamas and Michelle Obama and all of the media, black media that's pro-left with Jamel Hill, things of that notion, right? So what she goes ahead and does is create something that is so vile, it does not make any sense, but it brings something to the table. Why doesn't it make sense? When it should, right? Because you're like, wait a minute, it's not adding up. Why isn't it adding up? Why is this show being protected? But mainly, it's being protected by one individual. Where the rest of them seemingly like they don't care.
Yeah.
Understand what's going on over there in their lives. They're spiraling. No, they're spiraling out of control. They don't have the people to back them like you think. So they have to get investors. Yeah, it was a monumental change that went on. Do you want to know why all of these things start to line up? Is because what they did was have a private meeting. Right? His team, his management, and what Noah Shotman decided to do. what he reported on was the connections between Jay-Z, Charlamagne, and Alicia Keys. And they were battling the city of New York, didn't want a bunch of Negroes coming down to Manhattan in a casino. So this is like Sam Rothstein not getting a license. See, Jay-Z tried to go to Manhattan and open up a casino, and it didn't work. But very carefully, you see, when Noah Shackman discovered that Jay-Z had recruited everyone from Alicia Keys to Al Sharpton to Charlamagne the God to land a $5.4 billion gambling palace at New York Times Square. And he didn't count on one thing being in the way: theater kids. And there are not a lot of theater kids. There's a lot of theater people who are old and white people who travel internationally to see plays. They don't want a big casino down there bringing in a younger, wilder audience. So they lost a vote 4-2 on the casino. And it was a big riot that happened because people were losing their minds, going off. And Jay-Z's big movie, all these years in development, just blew up in his face.
Here's 5 facts about celery. Celery's an aphrodisiac, so in ancient Rome, they wore it around their necks to make themselves more attractive and more passionate.
Now, when you start to figure it out, when you start to analyze, how did this blow up happen? How did they let this happen? This does not seem like something
I guess I gotta go back down there.
capture the imagination of the public. So when they got denied in their bid to get the casino, it shocked everybody.
They had planned and proposed to do this at 1515 Broadway, and the Community Advisory Board decided in a 4-2 vote that this wasn't something that was going to happen. Now we do have audio from a meeting that went down yesterday following this decision. Let's take a listen to that.
You know it. We met to standard, and then some don't want the courage to stand up for governor and the mayor of Quincy's, and everybody else runs and hides. Don't run and hide. Because what you did, the benefits you denied this community, in this city and state, you have to live with that history forever.
If it was meant to be, it would have been, but I just wonder, how does that state board justify not wanting all those hundreds of millions of dollars being invested into that community? Like, who's gonna make that kind of investment into Times Square and that community?
Now, Charlamagne is one of the investors into this casino, yet he's not telling people he's one of the investors into the casino. So while they're bringing this up, he's like, well, who's gonna talk about who else gonna bring hundreds of millions into that community? The community of Manhattan. Your hundreds of millions of dollars. They're not gonna let Jay-Z, who's sitting at the head of the table, dictate what's gonna happen in New York. Yet he did that whole big song with Alicia Keys, New York, New York. They had a plan to perform the song on the casino nights opening. They had all of this set up.
That's how it started up again. That's what it started off from the game.
And because he had the mayor and the governor, the casino was a lock. But there's a room where there's 6 people voting. How do you not know that? How do you not know you don't have the votes? Because when they know bullying, bribing, and bullshit. No, they were on board. The mayor was on board, and the governor were on board to sign off on this casino. Because what mayor would not agree to having hundreds of millions of dollars go into the city of Manhattan being funneled through a casino? Again, this wasn't going to do anything for the urban youth. This wasn't going to do anything to help build up the projects.
Çok gerektiz.
See, unlike Nas Casino, did you see Nas get denied? No, because he was part of an investment team that knew what they were doing. See, Jay-Z was too loud. He wanted to sit at the head of the table and get this whole thing done. See, Noah Scatchman had broke it all down and exposed Charlemagne before anybody in the world even knew Charlemagne was involved. No one even knew it. He was silent about his investment into this casino.
Pursue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court.
They promised tens of billions of dollars, thousands of jobs for the city of New York. And the fate of New York's iconic industry and this tourist trap, all of it. But it's going to revolve around one man, Jay-Z. Jay-Z got a new album coming out that was supposed to celebrate this entire launch of the casino and everything. He had bars ready to go. Now I don't know what's going to happen to the album. Oh, he was feeling himself. 100%. He was ready. Now, because Jay was 100% ready, it doesn't mean, oh, well, the album's dead. Because Jay didn't want it no more. So Jay-Z now gonna do. But they have all these politicians on the left wing on their show, right? But you know what they never did? They never sat there to ask the actual questions. They assumed. They said, well, we got the governor. That's it. That's all we got to do. You think the governor and the mayor run New York City, Manhattan? You better guess again. Then guess what else you better guess? You better guess and try to find a way to figure out why is it? Or how come the issue never rectified itself? How did this blow up in your face and you not know it or not see it coming? It was all there for you to see. How did you blow it? These are supposed, Jay-Z's supposed to be one of the best businessmen in the world, right? Isn't that what they tell you? Nobody's smarter than Hov. Hov is the smartest man in business. Look at Jay-Z's business. This is what they sell you, right? Jay the smartest man in the world. Oh no, he got a whole these days, man. You got a lot to talk about. Trust me. And Dame Dash came up there not even mentioning Jay-Z. You don't want to mention him. You went up there, you wanted to bring it up because you wanted to engage and trigger him to appease Jay-Z. A guy who doesn't care one way or another. But you want to show your loyalty because you're not a boss, Charlamagne. You're a lapdog. And because you're a lapdog, this is the way you chose to move.
Oh, God.
Jay wasn't happy with the way this went down. But let's listen now to Charlamagne. It's not even revealing he's one of the people on the board.
For sure.
Like, and the Broadway.
One of the investors.
And I love going to Broadway. I go to Broadway plays all the time. I take my daughter to Broadway plays. That Broadway audience is very, very old. I don't know if Broadway is attracting a younger audience. So what's going to happen behind this? What's Times Square going to look?
I'm not for sure. I can tell you that. Well, first of all, that audio that was SL.
CEO of SL
the CEO of SL Green, Mark Holliday, and it was a six-person committee that he was speaking to that decided to make that vote. Now, I'm gonna tell you, people are pretty upset. Like, there are people who are upset that people wanted this to happen in the first place, as we know. But there are people that feel like it should have happened. But there are people who are mad that things like this are happening. That this CEO, but then also Des Perez, who is Jay-Z's right hand, are coming out and making statements about this, stating that, this is something that the community needed. So we received a statement from Roc Nation CEO, Desiree Perez, and she was responding to the bid being denied. And she said, "Thank you to Governor Hochul and Mayor
Stormwater lot. Where's the lot at?
Unfortunately, not every politician has the courage and the foresight to do what's right for their constituents."
As you can see, as you can hear, Desiree Perez, they